Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto, thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to all the boomers tuning in. This is a live broadcast. The oven is on preheat right now. We're turning on the broiler, ready to bake up those tasty, hearty crypto meals for you cryptomaniac boomers out there worldwide. Make sure you're touching the like, the subscribe, the post notification bells. I need you molesting all the YouTube buttons. Make sure you're tuned in to the good crypto word. Guys, today we're talking about Ether. Will Ethereum take over Bitcoin? Will the flippening occur? There's some articles circulating the networks out there that I would like to discuss. And we will also be talking about the top 3 crypto industries out there. Top 3 crypto industries. I've been talking about it. I wanted to go over some of the top crypto industries and some of those tokens out there that are looking favorable. But first, let me shout out guys like Why We War, Lucian Bobach, Mike Pfeiffer, Cliff Martin, KBM 5679, and the rest of the boomers that are tuning in to this live broadcast. I need you guys sharpening your blades. I need you doing the strong lifts, the deadlifts. I want everybody looking like 300 and Larry Wheels by the end of the year, if you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Charles Sanjuro, I see you. Shout out to Jam Soul, I see you. Shout out to all the rest of the boomers there in the population of the chat box. Today we'll be talking about ETH possibly taking over Bitcoin. I'm not sure if that's true or not. We're going to be talking about the top 3 crypto industries as well. Shout out to Lee, Why We War, Jam Soul, and Charles, guys. Looks like the oven's somewhat preheated. We have a few boomers here in the population of the chat box. Let's go ahead and see what's really booming out here worldwide. Let's see what's really booming out here worldwide. We got 11 on the chat box. Okay, guys, let me show you my screen and start this live broadcast. If you're just tuning in, we're getting started. We'll be talking about ETH taking over Bitcoin. Not that I believe that or not. I can't confirm or deny. We're going to be diving deeper into these articles that are touting that Ether may come back. We'll also be talking about top 3 crypto industries and the coins in those industries. Shout out to Crypto Knight, Jacob, Lee Benke, and Rafterman R, a sniper there in the foxholes, guys. Let me go ahead and show you my screen, turn off these coins. And here we are, cryptocurrency market cap, Bitcoin at 64.33. Let me hit refresh. You know, I like always being up to date with the latest crypto information up here. And looking at the Bitcoin dominance is something we've been tracking here daily. Bitcoin dominance has decreased another 1%. It's currently at 54.8%. Market cap is above 200 billion at $203 billion out there. So it's looking healthy. It looks like perhaps maybe the altcoins are gearing for a possible run out here, and let's check out what's really booming. Bitcoin at 64.38, Ether at 211. Today we'll be talking about the ETH. There's bullish news about the ETH. Do we believe it or not? Ripple trash bags, Bitcoin Cash 434, EOS continuing to hold the support above $5 at $5.30. We got Stellar at 21 cents. We got Litecoin at 54.52. Cardano making a run today at 7 cents. Monero still above its supports of $100 at 111-192, and IOTA at 53 cents. As the rest of the boomers tune in, McLovin, good morning. Crypto Coochie, I see you. Trader Ritudo, I see you. Why We War, I see you guys. Jam Soul, I see all the boomers there gathering in the population. We got some platoon members here this morning, 24 in the box. Make sure you're touching the buttons, guys. Let's get up to the front of the search results. Make sure these lefties know that the boomers are still in the population out here. Let's check out some of these bullish articles when it comes to Ethereum. Ethereum flippening is going to happen in 5 years, says this article. It's questioning. Now, apparently, Weiss Crypto Ratings, I'm not sure if you know about Weiss Crypto Ratings, but they're a company that rates cryptos, and they also rate stocks and bonds. I believe you have to subscribe to them now or whatnot. But they tweeted just a few days ago, a full tweet from Weiss Crypto Ratings says Bitcoin will lose 50% of its cryptocurrency market share to Ethereum within 5 years, says this tweet from Weiss Ratings, due to it offering more uses and being backed with superior blockchain technology. We completely agree. Unlike Bitcoin, which is a one-trick pony, the limit of Ethereum's application is sky itself. Now, Okay, this is very interesting. It's just a little wild over here on Weiss in crypto ratings. I don't know who these characters are or aren't. It seems like some people think that they're official. That's still up for question. Anyhow, they're tweeting this propaganda. Will ETH surpass Bitcoin? I'm going to say I personally don't believe it to be so. Now, there's plenty of other coins that could surpass Ethereum. It seems like these guys may be sleeping on coins like EOS, Tron, Neo, Cardano, and others out there, these third generation blockers out there. So the flippening is designed as a paradigm shift in the cryptoverse when the value of altcoins no longer depends on that of Bitcoin. So I can say that, you know, almost all coins are depending on the value of Bitcoin at this point. They want that flippening to happen. We almost saw a flippening happen, you know, last year, but it didn't really happen, guys. You know, back when Ethereum went over 1,000. Was that Weiss ratings tweet geared towards propping Ethereum in the markets? One of the responses to the above tweet accused Weiss ratings of being financially incentivized to make such a claim out there. So it looks like could be a conflict of interest. Another would suggest that the team at Weiss do not know the technicalities behind each of the platforms that they're talking about. So either there's a conflict of interest, they don't know what they're talking about, or they may be onto something. Drop a comment there in the population of the chat box. Talking about Ether and its price, here's a little technical analysis there on FX Street. Everything is linked down below, these articles that I'm sharing, so you guys could read them in their entirety yourselves. But this is out of FX Street, posted by Ken Chigbo. Ethereum technical analysis, ETH USD promising price behavior seen in the bull's favor. Cozy cushions supporting price. Now, Ethereum's price seen holding modest gains on Thursday. Let's look at what the support and resistance levels are as identified by FX Street in the article linked down below. So they're looking at the support levels, support 1, 2, and 3 at 209, 205, and the bottom lowest support for Ether is 194. So says this article. We got resistance at 215, 220, and 227. So it looks like things now are really not going to swing that much out there, crypto boomers. I need to see ETH back in the $300, $400 range, closer to that $500 range. If not, I'm not convinced. Apparently, the boomers sent a package of testosterone cypionate to Vitalik and friends, but apparently the boys at Ripple, they intercepted the package and replaced that testosterone with nothing but soy. It looks like Vitalik and friends have been consuming packages of soy this whole time. That could explain the decrease in value out there. It looks like they have increased their estrogen count out there. Let me know what you guys think about that. Joseph Joy, I see you. Ethan Ripple. I'm not convinced with Ripple, Joseph, but you know, more power to you if you're booming that way. I may not be a Bitcoin maximalist, but Bitcoin not leaving that #1 spot anytime soon. You're right, Rogby. I don't think it's leaving that #1 spot either. McLovin, the Irish R&B singer. You think Tim Draper's call for 80 trillion market cap in cryptos will come true? McLovin, I have no idea. I've been calling for a $1 trillion market cap in crypto for all over a year now, so that's what I'm gunning for. I'm not worried about Tim Draper, me personally. I'm worried about the boomers here in the population. Lucian says Ethereum's advantage is the cost for developers. They have the correct approach. You know, but the thing is, Lucian, they're already up to their capacities, and there's other blockchains that are scaling faster, and they're building communities. One that is catching my attention is EOS. Okay, Rafterman R says, let the flippening happen. It would only end with showing the strong coin. I can agree with that. If they won't, you know, let the market decide. Okay, if it's truly a boomer, let the market decide. If it's better than the bits, let the market decide. I just don't believe the hype out there, Rafterman. But I agree with you out there. Let it happen. You know, don't try to restrict the markets out there. Let it be out there. Is bull run start, says Cracky 917. I'm not sure, Cracky, but you know, being that the Bitcoin dominance that we're seeing here has decreased right now, it's at 54.8%. It's gone down since 58% last week, and you know, that's a good sign for the alts at least. Okay, Why We War says no way. He doesn't believe the hype. Impatient Potato says bought $100 of Bitcoin at 6,200. Good for you. You're up already. Mike Pfeiffer, good morning. One of our snipers out there. He says EOS is a boomer. I hope so, Mike. I hope so. You know, I got a little nickel and dime baggie of EOS out there. I'm hodling it for the long gunner. Bankers really want to hydrate Ripple. It smells like central banking out there, Joseph Joy. It smells like central banking. I'm questioning if Ripple's even a true cryptocurrency, or rather just a glorified database out there. The latest EOS update made EOS 2 times faster, says Rogue B. Okay, I didn't know that to be true or not, but you know, it sounds good. Good job if that's true. Why We War says sleeper time. Okay, Lucian Bobach says bull run in November. Bull run in November. Hopefully, Lucian, we've been patiently waiting here in the foxholes. Okay, we've been patiently waiting, and you know, it looks like we've been trading sideways. I told you, this is the Bitcoin off season. And what we do in the off season, we continue to eat healthy, train healthy, study, meditate, sharpen our blades. So when that next wave, that next kaboom comes, whether it be November, December, or sometime in 2019, we're ready, looking like 300 and Larry wheels by the end of the year. Indeed, guys, I need you guys looking stronger than ever. I need you pulling weight right now. Kaboom to that. As the rest of the boomers tune in, we got 39 in the live chat. Ether to overtake Bitcoin. I should put a question mark on that, because it's on my title. It's coming across more like a statement than a question. So let me go ahead and change that title up there. I'll put a question mark on it for you boomers out there. And that should be better. All right. Marlon Jones, bulls on the block. He says, pushing iron in the gym. Champ, good morning. Now, Marlon, congratulations out there. He's sculpting his body, being a better boomer out there. It's all about becoming a better boomer. It starts with eating healthy, okay? You know, you could go ahead and you know, educate yourself, you know, do all the right moves. But if you don't start from within and have a healthy diet, you're going to lose out there. So, you know, starts with health, then starts with pumping, educating yourself, and also uplifting yourself spiritually as well. You know, Champagne's all about the self-improvement worldwide. It hurts my eyes seeing Ripple in the top 10, says Mike Pfeiffer. Don't worry about it, Mike. If you don't like Ripple, just don't pay attention to it. It'll eventually go away. Weekly, my choice is Bitcoin, says Rafterman. Indeed. Is bug in Bitcoin Core, bro? Cracky, I heard about that. Cracky, I have not dived deeper into those headlines. I heard that there could be a possible bug out there. Let it, you know, let's figure out what it is before I start talking about it, because I don't know the technicalities. I'm not a developer, and I don't like to spread FUD. I'm out here for the positive news out here. So unless it's positive and it's somehow aiming towards a kaboom out there, let it blow over and find out what the facts are before we start spreading FUD. The .338 Lupawa Magnum out there says, why we war. La Pau, I don't know how I pronounce that, but he got a 38 Magnum out there. Okay. No soy boys in here, says Crypto Bravo Charlie. Roger that, Crypto Bravo. No soy boys here in the population. What's the prospect on Ethereum Classic? Joseph Joy is asking. Now, I'll tell you, I like Ether Classic. Some say that Ether Classic can do whatever Ethereum could do, but for much less of a price cost out there, being that Ethereum Classic's arguably the true Ether out there. Ethereum Classic, you know, witnessed a small little kaboom after it was announced that Coinbase will be listing Ethereum Classic. It's currently at $10.78. And, you know, the fact that it hasn't kaboomed even more after the Coinbase listing is a little bit concerning. You know, if Coinbase's listing is not really throwing it over the top, then, you know, one needs to question, you know, how strong it is or isn't out there. But I like the idea behind ETH Classic. And again, the word is that you could basically knock off any dApp on Ethereum running on ETH Classic for much less of a cost. I don't know how true that is, but it does seem like it could be. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and talk about some of the top 3 crypto industries. Okay, these are my personal opinion as far as like the industries that we should be focused on here for the end of 2018 going into 2019. The top 3 industries out here. And number 1 is decentralized exchanges, crypto maniacs. I think decentralized exchanges, well, I'm not going to say it's number 1. You know, I'm going to start off by talking about decentralized exchanges first, but Decentralized exchanges along with privacy and gaming tokens. Those are the three top crypto industries that I think that we should focus on, in no order of importance, really. I started off here talking about DEX, but I don't think it's more important than privacy. But anyhow, let's start with talking about DEX exchanges. Things like iDEX, for instance. This is a platform that allows users to trade Ethereum tokens decentralized. iDEX Market out there. You could check them out at idex.market. And they have something to do with this Aura coin. And there it goes with the internet or whatnot. I'm going slow here with the internet connections. But, you know, look into this iDEX. I want to learn a little bit more about this iDEX decentralized exchange for ERC20 tokens and its relation with the Aura token. It looks like they're launching something on top of it. But I would keep our eyes open on these DEX exchanges like iDEX, like Waves. Waves is another decentralized exchange that experienced a kaboom this past week. There was a little bit of a, you know, upward price movement in the past 7 days. We talked about that earlier this week after they were listed, I believe, on BitHum, if I'm not mistaken. They're currently been listed on BitHum. So things like Waves, you can launch your own assets there, and it's decentralized. So things like Waves, and then also, you know, one of my favorite, BitShares. BitShares is another token that I've been focused on as far as decentralized exchanges. And this is, I believe, one of the originals when it comes to decentralized exchanges. BitShares, BTS, Steem, and then EOS. These are all the three Dan Larimer coins. And I like all these coins. One can argue on the flip side that they're inflationary. So, you know, that's another thing that some people, you know, that's the other hand of these Dan Larimer coins, that they could be inflationary. But anyhow, look at BitShares. I think that there's some value there. And I have a link to join BitShares down below as well. Let's talk about privacy tokens. You guys know my number one privacy boomer is Monero. Monero, guys. This one is arguably the last true crypto. I think this one actually has more of the crypto ethos than Bitcoin itself nowadays when it comes to peer-to-peer electronic cash with privacy. Okay, you know, Monero, this one I'm super bullish on out here. I would consider it my number one privacy token. Other privacy tokens you may want to look at are things like Zcash. Zcash ranked number 21, currently at $114. This one's another sexy one. Zcash is also traded on Gemini. Okay, and then you got Dash. Dash is another token out there. You know, Dash with its privacy feature, and Dash is a top 20 token as well. And you could see that it's currently trading at 192. So for the privacy, Monero, Dash, and even Verge, I would consider Verge. I was noticing there on TradingView earlier that the technicals on TradingView are pointing to a buy signal on Verge according to the technicals on TradingView. Not my personal technicals, but those technicals over there on TradingView. Verge is up today at 1 cent. So, you know, things like that. Monero, Dash, Verge, Zcash, those tokens definitely are catching my attention. Now, let's move on to the third crypto industry that I'm definitely focused on, which is the gaming. Okay, I think this is another untapped market out there, and one token that really sticks out is the Decentraland Mana token, ranked number 73, currently trading at 7 cents. It's up today alone 10%. Okay, don't act like Champagne hasn't been talking about Decentraland. This is a virtual reality, okay, where you could buy, you know, property in that virtual reality, use the Mana token to do commerce within that world. So definitely stay focused over there on the Mana token. Things like Funfair as well. This is another gaming casino token. This one's up today as well, 14% at 1 cent. Okay, Funfair. And then finally, this is well, not finally, this is another token, Wax, another token that the boomers have been telling me about here in the population in the chat box. You can see that Wax sets up somewhat of an exchange to exchange gaming tokens. So all those gaming tokens that you have within the games, Wax is trying to bring everything together. Wax is trying to bring everything together. So I would definitely check out Wax. And then finally, another token that really catches my attention is this Vibe token. This one's up, wow, 37% today alone, ranked number 243. Vibe is an augmented reality token. And I encourage you guys to actually check out a video that I did about Vibe. Put on Champagne Crypto Vibe on YouTube and check that out. And also look at the video I have linked down below for the top 5 privacy tokens in 2018, what I believe. So that's what it is. Top 3 industries. And this should be a video on itself. Decentralized exchanges, number 1, number 2, privacy tokens, and number 3, gaming. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. We're lifting heavy weights. We're out here pushing the line forward, trying to look like 300 and Larry Wheels by the end of the year. Exchange coins are the best right now, says Derek McLean. An actual use case and token buybacks with their profit. Yeah, Derek, I know you've been really bullish when it comes to those exchange coins. You know, I'm not necessarily attracted to them, but I do recognize that they're moving on the up and up. So if you're holding something like Binance this year, you could be winning. On the other hand, I won't sleep on the decentralized exchange tokens, those DEX exchange tokens, the ones that I just listed, you know, iDEX, BitShares, Waves, and others. Okay, Crypto Bridge is another one, and maybe I'll do a whole entire video on that. Shout out to Shalom Dunn. Shout out to CryptoZilla, those snipers there in the population of the chat box. Crypto Nice, shout out to Baby Champagne. Baby Champagne is out here with us, looking at the charts out here. He's shouting out all the boomers there in the population of the chat box. ETH has no scalability, says BitPapa, and you're right. As is right now, it's up to its capacity. It's redlining. So unless Ethereum goes ahead and scales its blockchain and comes up with a solution, whether it be sharding, Casper, the plasma, or all the other things that they have mentioned, I think that you know, they're going to continue to lose market share. There it is, double bottom. You can see, you know, every time we take a little dip, we go ahead and rebound quite easily. BGogo is a new exchange coin with transaction mining. Never heard of it, Derek. Thanks for letting us know. Should have sold my Vibe at $2 though, says Marlon Jones. Yeah, let's see where Vibe is again. Vibe is low today. Yeah, it's 7 cents. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest. We've been talking about Ethereum taking over Bitcoin, question mark. There is this article over here on globalcoinreport.com that I have linked down below. It's questioning whether Ethereum will flip, the Ethereum flipping Bitcoin in 5 years. This is due to a tweet by Weiss Crypto Ratings. There are some suits out there that people seem to think that are official. They rank stocks, bonds, and stuff like that. They did a tweet, these guys, Weiss Ratings, says the following: Bitcoin will lose 50% of its cryptocurrency market share to Ethereum within 5 years, due to it offering more uses and being backed with superior blockchain technology. We completely agree. Unlike Bitcoin, which is a one-trick pony, the limit of Ethereum's application is the sky itself. Now, you know, I'm not sure if I believe this. Now, one of the responses to the above tweet accused Weiss Ratings of being financially incentivized to make such a claim. That could be. And another would suggest that the team at Weiss do not know the technicalities behind each of the flat platforms they were talking about. So either they don't know what they're talking about, they're financially incentivized, or they have a point. Let me know what you think about that. And finally, we have the Ethereum support and resistance levels listed by FX Street. They're saying supports at 209, 205, 194, and resistance at 215, 220, at 227. Drop a comment there in the population of the chat box. What do you think is the future of Ethereum out here? Shalom says never bet against Bitcoin. Indeed. You know how I feel, Shalom, and I say this in just about every one of my broadcasts. Make sure the majority of your cryptocurrency bag is in the bits. You can go ahead and dance and romance with some of these baby bear altcoins, okay, but don't throw your entire house on it. Marlon Jones, Bulls on the Block, says the flippening will not happen. These idiots don't know what they're talking about. Marlon, I think you're kind of right there, but it's interesting to, bring out these articles and share them. And at least, it's something positive with Ethereum. I don't think it's going to happen. But I do think that, if Ethereum could get its act together, being that they have that first mover advantage, they're still positioned somewhere to actually grow. Okay. But, they have to scale, and this needs to happen like yesterday. Shout out to the Revolutionist. Good morning to you, one of our snipers out there. I see you, Revolutionist. Shout out to CryptoZilla, says save the flowers for the soy boys. Yeah, we see those soy boys, those funny bunnies out there. We'll snipe them out the box out there, CryptoZilla. We'll snipe them out the box. Shout out to Zilla, one of our generals out there in Japan. Derek McLean says better tech doesn't always equal higher price. Gold is a perfect example. Great point out there, Derek. Revolutionist says, I have heard that Cardano is making its platform so that Ethereum apps can switch right over to Cardano's platform. That could be true. We know that Charles Hoskinson was on the original Ethereum team out there, and he has ties with Ethereum Classic. Charles Hoskinson being the head developer over there at Cardano. So that could be true out there, Revolutionist. I can't confirm or deny it, but it definitely sounds like something that could be true. I believe they need a 5-year HGH treatment, says BitPapa. Indeed, they need some testosterone cypionate, human growth hormones. Someone send them over the package. Make sure it's signed, sealed, and delivered so that the guys over there at Ripple do not intercept the package with all the soy that they're pumping onto the markets. 1 Bitcoin, 288, 3 EOS. Those are Marlon Jones picks. Bitcoin, Cardano, and EOS. Ethereum has its position, but they need to stay ahead of the game. I agree, CryptoZilla. Shout out to BitPapa. He's calling them gummy bears. That's funny. I believe they need a 5-year HGH treatment. We just read that. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. Ethereum to take over Bitcoin, ? And then the top 3 crypto industries. In my personal opinion, we've identified as decentralized exchanges, privacy tokens, and gaming tokens. Those are personally my top 3 crypto industries out there. Things like IDEX, decentralized exchange. And this thing is not loading up correctly, but check out IDEX. It's a decentralized exchange for ERC20 tokens. We spoke about Waves platform. This is another decentralized exchange we talked about earlier this week. Waves is something that's attractive. It's been around for a while. You got BitShares. This is another Dan Larimer coin. This is up today. It's at 11 cents. This is basically one of the first decentralized exchanges. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the more developed decentralized exchanges, if you ask me. And then when it comes to privacy tokens, guys, I can't tell you enough how important I believe Monero is, in all of crypto. Actually, I think this is a sleeper coin out here that's probably not going to go away. If anything has the potential to take over Bitcoin in the long run, something like Monero could be considered. I'm not saying it would happen, but I would definitely put it on the list of potential threats, long run, Monero. Then you got other coins like Verge that are interesting. You got Zcash as well for those privacy tokens. And then when it comes to gaming tokens, another token that really caught my attention here is Decentraland Mana. Mana's booming today, up 10% at 7 cents. This is a virtual reality world. The Mana token is used in this virtual reality world. You can buy land, you can set up stores or whatnot, do commerce within this world, and use the Mana token. You got the Funfair token. This is a casino token. It's up today, booming as well, 1 cent. It's up almost 15%. And then we got the Wax token. This is one that has been recommended this week for Champagne. The population of the chat box told me check out Wax. They're setting up some sort of a blockchain or an exchange where those tokens that are not necessarily blockchain tokens that may exist in some of your favorite games, a platform that will allow you to exchange those tokens from some of your favorite games. And then also check out Vibe. This has a very, very interesting technology out here, augmented reality. I really recommend you guys check these out. If you're just tuning in, the voice of the blockchain here. Good morning to Cryptonomicon, CryptoZilla, Mark D, Marlon Jones, excuse me, Why We War, Rafterman R, and the rest of the boomers there in the population of the chat box. Drop a comment here. Let me know, what do you think? Will Ether take over Bitcoin, or is this just a bunch of Weiss cryptocurrency rating hype? Are we going to believe this? Okay, are we going to believe this? For privacy in a few years, Dandelion on Bitcoin will be a kaboom. Never heard of it, Rafterman. I'll have to check it out. Dandelion on Bitcoin. Don't know about that. Ripple's trash bags will suffer once some incentive hacker figures out how to hack the centralized system. Yeah, I mean, you're one step away from just a glorified database when you're dealing with Ripple. I mean, I don't understand why it's even called a blockchain out there. Bitcoin will remain #1, says Lucian. I agree. My boy Champagne, says Hefe. I see you, Hefe. Kaboom to you. Good morning. Haven't been on here in a minute, says Hefe, and welcome back. Don't believe the Weiss hype, says CryptoZilla. I'm not believing it. I'm just, we're talking about it. And, I'm not convinced out there with Weiss. Can't wait for trillions to move on Ripple. It will be a hacker's paradise, says Marlon Jones. Yeah, maybe that's what's gonna, it's gonna take for people not to trust Ripple. Maybe it's gonna have to break down. Yo, champ, I lost 12 pounds going hard, working out, 300 in a few. Kaboom out there. Congratulations to Cryptonomicon. One step closer, looking like 300 by the end of the year, looking like Larry Wheels out there by the end of the year. Kaboom to you, Cryptonomicon. Guys, if you're not improving your health, your wealth out there, do it right now. I told you guys it starts with a good diet, okay? You want to change, you need to start eating correctly first and then move up from there. Okay, you got to start at the bottom, which is correctly eating, and then exercising, and then you can start building the blocks from there. I'm gonna have to do a whole entire video for you young cadets out there, transforming these little baby bear cubs into savages, into bulls, these mice into men, these poodles into pit bulls out there. Cryptonomicon is shorting Ripple right now. Shout out to Cryptonomicon. Crypto Knight says it may or may not surpass Bitcoin. We never know. This is the crypto world. Stranger things have happened. That's indeed. That's true. I mean, anything could happen, but I'm not believing it. And I think it had the chance to take over Bitcoin last year, back when the Bitcoin dominance fell below 40%. But here we are. Cardano's going to buy Revolutionists a castle in England. Kaboom to that. If you centralize power and allow a central authority control, then you open yourself up for a bad actor to take control or manipulate your network. Indeed. Indeed. That's why cryptocurrencies should be decentralized. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. We've been streaming about 32 minutes. I'm going to cut this live stream a little early. I think we got to the point out here. I shared this article with Ether. Most people are not believing that Ether will take over Bitcoin. They're not believing the hype that's being shared over here on Global Coin Report. They're talking about the full tweet from Weiss Crypto Ratings. Weiss, these crypto guys that think that they're the authority out there, we don't believe them. They say that Bitcoin will lose 50% of its crypto market share to ETH within 5 years due to it offering more uses and being backed with superior blockchain technology. We completely agree. Unlike Bitcoin, which is a one-trick pony, the limit of Ethereum application is the sky itself. Now, I don't believe it, and you could see over here that some people are questioning whether they even know what they're talking about here. So you could check out that article. You can see the supports and resistance for Ethereum. Supports at as low as 194 and resistance as high as $227. We've talked about what I believe are the top 3 crypto industries: decentralized exchanges, privacy tokens, and gaming tokens. Decentralized exchanges like IDEX, okay, like BitShares, like Waves, privacy tokens like Monero, Verge, Zcash, and gaming tokens like Decentraland, Funfair, Wax, Vibe, and others. Drop a comment there in the population of the chat box. If you have any other comments or questions, I'll go ahead and take them. Stay on for a couple more minutes before I tune out on you maniacs. A one-trick pony. I haven't heard that in a while, says John Schofield. Yeah, you know, I don't know if you know, maybe that's true, that Bitcoin is a one-trick pony, but it does it right. And it's been there before every other token. So all it needs to do is perform one trick. I mean, the other tokens could do things like dApps or whatnot, but I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, me personally. It's been attacked on the left and right flank. It's been forked. There's thousands of cryptocurrencies, and not one has surpassed the bit. So at this point, if you don't believe the hype with the bit train, I encourage you guys. The train's about to leave. Make sure you jump on that train out there. Will Litecoin ever go up to 200 again? I hope so, Crypto Knight. I hope so. DEX are good, but they can't handle nearly the volume of centralized exchanges. Derek, we know you really like those centralized exchanges, but you need to think into the future. Right now, the centralized exchanges are just for the short term. Sooner than later, okay, these DEX are going to serve their demand, or the demand for the DEX will increase. Just like those privacy tokens, demand will increase, in my personal opinion. But in the short term, you know, you could boom with some of these tokens like, you know, Huobi or KuCoin or Binance. But you're playing with fire out there. At any second, they could pull a Mount Gox and wipe you out. Where do you think we will end in 2018 in terms of Bitcoin price? As we start getting closer to the end of the year, we're basically in October. We had about 2 more months. You know, I would say somewhere close to 10K. Okay, somewhere close to 10K. You're calling. I'm seeing you right now. You just said somewhere. You're calling for 9K by December 2018. Yeah, I think we can hover somewhere around 10K. But 10K is going to be a hurdle to cross out there, because a lot of these young ones, these young cadets that entered the blockchain battlefield back in December or whatnot, they're waiting to, you know, for things to go back up before they dump their bags so that they can break even or cut their losses. Marlon Jones thinks it'll go about to 9K and then capitulate back to 5K, then to 50K by mid-2019. That could happen. I still identify the bottom to about 5,800, or basically where we're at right now. So, you know, we're somewhat in an agreement. I think we could be somewhere around 10,000, kind of drop a little bit, and then go back over 10K. So we're somewhere around the same field. You know, I think what we disagree on, you know, I say we can get closer to 10K. You say we closer to 5K, but the differences here are probably just, you know, $1,000 or whatnot. I'm in for the long hodl as it's early days. I agree. Yeah, we're in here for the long term, guys. I mean, we're here. We're waiting for the halvening, and the halvening is occurring in 2020. So we'll be here for a couple more years at minimal. At minimal. Huobi and Binance are both making decentralized exchanges, and they have user bases and infrastructures already that other DEXs don't have. That's great. And if they launch that, you know, I would definitely focus on the DEX industry. You know, I'm not favoring any DEX coin. I'm just favoring the DEX industry over the centralized cryptocurrency industry for the mid to long term out there. Another one to stay focused on is EOS Finex. Bitfinex is building a decentralized exchange on top of EOS out there. So, you know, that's another one. McLean has just told us that Huobi and Binance are doing decentralized exchanges, and I'm letting you know Bitfinex is doing the same. Crypto Knight says, I'm not expecting much for the remaining of this year. This whole year has been an off season. Crypto Knight, I think you're right. You know, we were hoping for things to swing back a little quicker, and you know, that's fine. You know, I don't think it's been doom and gloom out here, guys. You know, I think for a lot of the young ones that got into the game a little late, you know, back in, you know, December or January, a lot of those guys got wrecked. But some of the day one boomers out here are sitting well at this price at $6,400. Some of the boomers here in the population have been here way before, you know, December. The longer and lower the off season, the higher the bounce always allows the strong hands to hold the Bitcoin. Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%, Marlon. Indeed. Dirk Headland says, crypto winter, fill the bags. Indeed, this is a time to accumulate bags. And I think this is what the legacy financial system is doing as well. I think they're accumulating bags as much as they can. We got 47 on the live stream. We've been streaming for about 39 minutes or whatnot. I appreciate all you maniacs. I appreciate all you maniacs, whether it's 4 people in the population or 400 or 46. Never thought a boomer like me will be leading all the boomers here in the population, the chat box, to crypto victory. And I'm definitely showing gratitude for you guys. You know, I appreciate you maniacs out there. Funny bunnies sell crypto in bear markets. Bulls sell. Indeed, indeed, Marlon. All the days ones are still here, says Derek McLean. Yeah, we guys like Marlon, like Derek, like Charles, like Revolutionist, CryptoZilla, definitely. I think CryptoZilla has been longer. You know, Marlon and CryptoZilla have been here, I think, one of the longest. I've seen Marlon here in the population since almost day one. Shout out to Marlon. When people get fearful, get greedy, feel those bad, says Crypto Knight. Indeed, you know, be greedy when others are fearful. I think who's that? Who said that? One of the old man investors. What's his name? I'm going blank, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Shalom too. Yeah, Shalom's in the box. He's been here for a while. Shalom's been here for a while. Can we get a Crip walk? Indeed. Shout out to my walkers out there. Shout out to my walkers worldwide. Guys like Marlon, like CryptoZilla, like Rapture Man, like Derek, like Charles, like Dirk, like Crypto Knight. I see you guys out there. Kaboom. Indeed. Shout out to my walkers worldwide. Warren Buffett said that. Yeah, indeed. I'm just kind of going blank out here. Sometimes you're live, you don't have a script out here, and you go blank out here. You know, you're on the stage out here. Champagne's on the stage. Once you get on the stage in front of the whole world, things are not as easy as it may look when you're in front of the mirror out there. Can we get a sour gummy bear? Shout out to the baby bear cubs as well. We'll snipe you out the box. All right, guys, I'm going to start tuning it down. Ripple keep pumping, bro, says Cracky916. You know, shout out to those holding Ripple. I'm not convinced when it comes to crypto. You know, it's not a crypto to me. You know, maybe another investment if you like to invest in the banking system or whatnot, but it's just not for me. Charles says kabooming with the keto too. Good job out there. And congratulations, Charles. I'm glad to hear that the boomers out there are staying healthier and wealthier with every trade and every lift. Pot stocks are booming also if you want to check it out. Yeah, I saw the headlines that cannabis stocks may be more attractive than cryptos right now. I think that could be a little propaganda-esque, but I got my eyes focused on that. Champ, what was that crypto that is like YouTube? I forgot. There's a few out there you may want to check out, but DTube runs on the Steem blockchain, and they're decentralized YouTube. DLive is another one that runs on Steem. There's other things like BitTube as well, and a few others there that probably the rest of the population can put you onto. Larry Wheels killing it at Super League. Yeah, I saw that. Larry Wheels, this gentleman that we're seeing, Larry Wheels here, deadlifting. He's 23 years old, a power lifter and a bodybuilder, and he's making quite the waves out there on the social media networks. This guy's a superhuman out there. If you guys are into powerlifting, you know, weightlifting and stuff like that, I would definitely, you know, look up Larry Wheels. This guy's 23 years old, and this deadlift that he's performing here in this meme I'm showing you, if you check out the entire video, he actually pulls so much weight here that he bleeds. Instead of sweating out of his face, he bleeds. It's something to check out. It's some maniac stuff, if you ask me. Put Larry Wheels bleeds out the face when deadlifting. So this kid's 23 years old. Oh, and he's definitely on the performance enhancement. This is not something that he even tries to hide. This guy's going for all the lifts out there. He's a savage indeed. Later, guys, be safe, and thanks for the video, champ. Thanks you for coming in, Shalom, one of our day ones, still here rocking, booming with the best of them. Have an excellent day. Straight savageness, says Charles. Yeah, guys, check out Larry Wheels if you want to look at a young 23-year-old monster pulling some heavy weight out there. Interesting to see. So definitely we're trying to look like Larry by the end of the wheel. Larry's vegan. Yeah, right. You'll never look like that as a vegan, okay? You'll never pull that weight as a vegan. This guy's, he's actually breaking records or whatnot. Kaboom to the revolutionists. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. He said Jesus bled from his face too. You guys are hilarious out there. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Check out all the videos I have linked down below. And stay booming out there, cryptomaniacs. It's the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin. Cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.